Hi guys! Welcome to our Loji Campus channel again. We are gonna talk about today business to business, business to customer, and C2C also we are gonna talk. Welcome again, and we can wait some peoples to come here. And you know that we have perfect teacher and we are doing some channels with her, and I wanna invite to hear her.
Hello,
Welcome.
Ayşenur.
Hello, welcome. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. How about yourself?
I am doing fantastic too, and I'm excited, like every time.
I know. This is our third time together, and I'm sure that um, at one point we will start feeling comfortable, but just talking to camera is always exciting.
Yeah, you're right. And I hope that everyone have peaceful day right now.
One more time, I couldn't hear you.
I hope that everyone have peaceful day right now too.
I hope so. I hope so.
And I wanna start right now. I think that everyone have wondering about something right now, so we can explain actor stuff.
Okay. So you want to learn or you want to ask me about B2B or B2C, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Well, of course I can explain this to you.
Okay. Hi.
So,
Okay.
so
Doctor Staub,
sorry.
I have been hearing these terms B2B and B2C a lot lately. And can you please explain what they mean?
Of course, of course. B2B actually stands for business to business, and B2C stands for business to customers. So let me tell you more about what B2B is first. It's actually a type of commerce that involves transactions and interactions between two or more businesses rather than between a business and an individual customer. So B2B transactions typically involves large volumes, longer sales cycles, and more complex decision-making processes compared to B2C, which is business to customer transactions. B2B companies often specialize in supplying goods or services to other businesses, such as manufacturing, raw materials, or manufacturers to sell the raw materials to other manufacturers, or wholesalers distributing products to retailers. Another example could be software providers offering solutions to enterprises. So the B2B market includes many industries, including manufacturing, technology, finance, healthcare, and so forth. We can keep going with this. B2B transactions can occur through various channels too, such as direct sales, online marketplaces, trade shows, procurement platforms, and effective communication, relationship building, and understanding the specific needs of business customers are crucial elements in the success for the business to business sector. So do you know that there are different business to business models?
No, I don't know.
Well, there are actually. Let me explain some of these to you. Manufacturer supplier is the most known form. Okay, so B2B companies that manufacture or produce goods or components and sells them to the other businesses. They often focus on economies of scales, production efficiencies, and quality control to provide products and competitive prices. Another known format is the distributor wholesale format. In here, the B2B companies that purchase products in bulk form, manufacturers or suppliers, and sell them to retailers, resellers, or other businesses. They act as intermediaries, providing logistical support, inventory management, and wider market reach. We also hear a lot software as a service. It's short SaaS, they call it. And these are B2B companies that provide cloud-based software solutions to businesses on a subscription basis. They offer software applications or platform that help streamline operations, manage customer relations, enhance productivity, or provide specific business functions.
I know a company right like that actually, but I don't want to say their name right now. They have
Well,
platform like you said
just like
that. Yeah, they have customer and businesses, and they are matching each other.
perfect. These are, like you said, these are the ones that we keep hearing, and those
Mm-hmm.
are the common forms that we can see. Oh, those are business to business. And also, did you know contract manufacturing and outsourced sourcing managed services are also form of the B2B?
Mm.
And yeah, there are less known, but they are also B2B companies that provide manufacturing services as a contract basis. We call them like contractors, but at the same time, they are B2B. They leverage their expertise, facilities, and resources to produce goods based on the specifics or specifications, let's say, provided by other businesses. B2B companies also offer outsourced services to other businesses. And this is like the outsourcing, taking over specific functions or processes. This can include like IT services, human resources. We see a lot of human resources,
Yes.
customer support services, supply chain management, or sometimes the facility management. These are like we hear them, but we're not sure if they are B2B kind of functioning models. There are some other models that they're not as commonly known. So let me give you some examples to those, like value added resellers. We call them VAR. Have you heard of that? No.
No, I have never heard about it.
Okay, so these B2B companies purchase products or components from manufacturers and enhance the value of those components by adding additional features or services or customizations. VARs, value added resellers, then sell the improved product to other businesses, often trying specific industry needs. So, or targeting those needs. Another one, we call it the SaaS, software as a service. You may have heard this one, but let me explain to you what they are. And those B2B companies provide cloud-based software solutions to businesses as a subscription base. So platform marketplace is another one. And these create online platforms or marketplaces where businesses can connect or transact with each other. These platforms may facilitate by buying and selling of products, services, even information, bringing together some suppliers, buyers, and other participants. Another not very known format is consulting and professional services. These are also B2B companies that offer specialized expertise and professional services to other businesses. They provide consulting, sometimes advisory role, implementation or support services in the areas like management, finance, marketing, technology, legal. Legal is a very well-known format of it. What else we have? Let me think. Licensing, intellectual property, IP sales, we call them. That those are like own value intellectual property, such as patents, trademarks, copyrights, licenses, and or sell them to other businesses. They generate revenue through licensing fees or royalties based on the usage of their IP by the other companies. What else we have? Subscription, membership. That's another format or another model. B2B companies that offer subscription-based access to specialized resources, contents, or services. These can include industry research, industry-based research, data analysis, professional networks, or educational materials, or that actually provide ongoing value to their subscribers. Right now, those are the ones that I couldn't think of. So some of these examples that I can tell. Sometimes, some companies actually may employ more models, like more than one or two models. Sometimes they combine them together. It could be consulting professional service and then combines that service with licensing and intellectual property. So.
Oh, I see. B2B is when businesses trade with each other. What are some examples for B2B?
Oh, there are many examples. There are many examples. Wholesale trade is one example that I can tell you. Wholesalers purchase goods in bulk from manufacturers or distributors and sells them to retailers and or other businesses. They act as an intermediary in the supply chain. For example, a wholesale clothing distributor may purchase clothes from multiple manufacturers and sells them to retail stores. Those are wholesalers. And another example is manufacturing. And manufacturing companies often engage in B2B transactions to source raw materials, components, or equipment required for their production processes. They may purchase materials from specialized suppliers or contract with other manufacturers for those specific parts. For instance, an automobile manufacturer may source engines from different companies. We talked about the SaaS. Do you remember SaaS, software as a service, as a business model? And these were the cloud-based software solutions. These solutions can include like customer relationship management, CRM, we call them, customer relationship
Ah,
management,
I know
CRM.
this one because I work in Pashabata, I told
Huh.
you, and we use CRM. Yeah.
CRM, yeah, that's a
Yeah.
software project
Mhm.
management tool, right? Accounting
Yes.
software and more. So business subscribes to these services to streamline their operations and enhance productivity. There you go. You see?
Yeah.
Business consultancy, you may see those in your business as well. Those are the consulting firms often offers specific knowledge and expertise on the other business. And usually we hire consultants to gain insights or improve processes or solve specific business challenges. And because we cannot create all the expertise in-house, and if there is a specific need in a specific time, it's the best way to go to an expert consulting firm and bring in. So that's another form of B2B. Business insurance companies, those are also an example. Businesses purchase these policies to protect themselves from potential risks and financial losses. What else it could be? Industrial equipment supplies. Industrial machines are quite expensive, so it's always a good way to actually do B2B business transactions. Companies that manufacture or distribute industrial machines, equipments, or tools cater to their business needs. They go and purchase those or rent them. They can include suppliers of construction equipment, agricultural materials, manufacturing machineries, and more. So businesses purchase these tools and equipments to support their operations and increase their efficiency. So these are some of the examples that I can give you.
Thank you very much for your explaining. You told very clearly actually, and thank you very much again. So what about B2C then?
Thanks for reminding me. I was going on and on about the B2B, and now I forgot that you asked me about the B2C. So B2C stands for business to customers, which refers to the transactions and interactions that occurs between the businesses and the individual customers. In B2C context, business sell products, services, or expertise or experiences directly to the customers who are the end users, or we call them the ultimate customers. So B2C encompasses a wide range of industries, sectors, including retail, e-commerce, hospitality, entertainment, education. These are all B2C. In B2C relationship, businesses focus on understanding and meeting the needs and preferences of individual customers. The goal is to provide a positive customer experience. Build brand loyalty, and drive sales. So B2B transactions typically involve smaller orders in sizes and lower transaction values compared to B2B transactions. Also, B2C businesses employs different types of marketing and sales strategies to attract and engage customers. And what are they? Such as advertising, promotions, customer sales, and personalized experiences also. They often invest in creating appealing product by good packaging, developing user-friendly websites or mobile apps, and establishing convenient distribution channels to reach their target audience a lot easily. So I'm sure now you are going to ask me, well, if that's the case, can you tell me some of the B2C business models? So before you ask, let me tell you.
Okay.
Like e-commerce. Yeah, e-commerce is like in these days we keep hearing about the e-commerce. E-commerce is the business model that we prefer, and in these days. So business models that refers to various strategies and approaches that businesses use to sell products, service, or expertise directly to individual customers. These models outlines how the business creates values, delivers to its customers, and generates revenue. So they may leverage their own platforms or utilize existing online marketplace to reach wider range of customers. So this actually gives companies to open their market a lot easier on the international marketplace. This is e-commerce. On the other end, we call it the modern way, and the old way is the brick and mortar retails. Okay, brick and mortar retails. Brick and mortar means retailers have physical stores, okay, where customers can browse, purchase, and immediately purchase that product. So you go into the shop, okay, that's why we call it brick and mortar. You go into the shop, you looked at the shelves, you pick the product, and you buy it on the shop. So this is brick and mortar retails. We also have subscription models, and I don't know if you have any subscriptions, but I do have subscriptions to some, like magazines, for example. So subscription-based models offers products or services on a recruiting basis, typically changing there's a charge for it, monthly or annual fee. In these days, I'm trying to lose weight, so I don't want to name what I use, but I have an application where I subscribe to it, and they actually ask some specific questions to me, and they catered certain ways of exercising, certain ways of eating habits to my schedule. So hopefully I will start losing some weights and gain some muscles. So these are like subscriptions, and they are target specific needs for the customers. Another one is marketplace. Marketplace models brings together multiple sellers and customers on a single platform. The street markets is a good example for that. Those are actually marketplace operators earn revenue through commissions, fees, and subscriptions paid to sellers or customers. Freemium, another format. Freemium model offers basic products and services for free. There are some models that, yeah, offer some free stuff, huh? With the options to upgrade to a premium version or access additional features for a fee. So at the beginning, it's free, but if you want some extra, then you have to subscribe, right? Then Spotify is one of them. It's free, but if you want to do some, more things with it or commercial free, then you have to pay free. So freemium is the name of that model. On demand is another one. On demand businesses provides immediate access to products or services whenever the customer needs them. Examples includes like ride-hailing services, food delivery platforms, Getir, for example. Okay.
Yeah, we have a lot of platform.
Yes, and it came with the COVID. Thanks God.
Yeah.
And other ones are direct sales, and crowdfunding is another format. Crowdfunding models allows businesses to raise funds by soliciting contributions from large number of individuals. Advertising supported models, those are the businesses offer free products or services or content to customers while generating revenue through advertising, YouTube platform, for example. Or direct to customers models, those are involve manufacturers and producers bypassing traditional distribution channels and selling products directly to the customers. This approach actually allows businesses to have more control over the customer experience, gather customer insights, and capture a large share of revenue. So if you are targeting like a specific group and you want to involve in customers' experience, this is the model that you should probably take advantage of it. So these are some of the models that I can tell you.
I got it totally. I think that the students also understood, and I see the difference now, and the students, I think, see the difference right now. And B2B is about businesses working with other businesses, while B2C is about businesses selling to individual customers, actually.
You are right. You are right. Well, if that's the case, now will you be able to give some examples to B2C?
Of course, I can give you, but let me try. Businesses include physical retail stores and online shops that sell products like clothing, electronics, household items, and groceries. For instance, when you visit a clothing store or shop online for a new phone, those are actually B2C transactions.
Great. What about online platforms or marketplaces?
Online platforms and marketplace such as e-commerce websites, and you told
Great.
about them,
Mhm.
where consumers can directly purchase products or services from businesses, also um, fall under the B2C category. These platforms often offer features like product reviews,
Mhm.
recommendation, and personalized shopping experience to enhance the consumer's shopping journey.
Great. Great. Are there any other examples for B2C?
Um, why not?
What do you think? Such as like hospitality and travel? Can you think of it?
Yes. In the travel and tourism industry, businesses like hotels, restaurants, airlines, and other establishments cater directly
Mm-hmm.
to.
Oh, Aishinur, I lost your voice. I can't hear you. Is that just me? I think there's a communication. I cannot hear you. I'm so sorry. Hmm, I barely can hear you. Is that only me, I wonder? Can you hear me? I cannot hear you. I can like barely. I don't know. Ooh, what are we gonna do? Do you have a headphone? Maybe you try with a headphone. You can't hear me either. I wonder what happened. Hello, Ayşenur.
Uh, Finally, I
Ah,
can hear you right now. Okay.
I can hear you. We must have
Okay.
lost some connections. You were
Yeah.
just telling me about the hospitality and travel
Yes, I was
examples, and I
telling.
just
Yeah.
lost you there.
Yes, I was telling about hospitality and travel. And when you book a hotel room, a reserve a table at a restaurant, you are engaging in a B2C transaction.
That's right. Okay. So you are starting to grasp the concept, actually. What about entertainment and media? Can you give me some examples?
Yes, I can give you. Um, Entertainment and media businesses also operate in the B2C space. Examples include streaming platform, music services, movie theaters, bookstores, and other businesses that provide entertainment, content, and experiences directly to consumers. When you stream a movie online or purchase a book from a bookstore, those are actually B2C transactions. Hi, am I right?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Today we are having some difficulty with the technology. This is
Yeah.
like, whoa. Well, I'll ask you one more and then I'll let you rest then. What about some B2C personal services? Can you give me some examples of those?
Okay, of course I can give you. Um, B2C personal services are those that offer personal care or wellness services to individual consumers. These can include salons, spas, fitness centers. You know that a lot of guys go to fitness centers and healthcare providers and more. When you visit a spa for a massage or to go to gym for a workout, those are B2C transactions. B2C businesses need to understand also consumer behavior, market trends, and preferences to effectively target and engage their audience. They often employ various marketing techniques such as advertising campaigns, social media marketing, influencer actually partnership. We see in these days a lot of and customer loyalty programs to attract and retain customers in a competitive marketplace.
Great job. Great job, Ayşenur.
Are there any differences between B2B and B2C transaction?
Of course, there are some actually B2B, B2C payment systems, and they are different from B2B to B2C. There are some key differences actually. One of them is the complexity. Like B2B payment systems tends to be more complex compared to B2C payment systems due to the fact that extended payment terms or multiple decision makers and large transaction volumes. B2B transactions often involve negotiations, contracts, and invoicing processes that are not as common in B2C transactions. We actually had an example of this in our last term. Do you remember? We had little scenario that we were doing that as a group. So this was actually that complexity of that specific thing. Another thing is the payment terms. Payment transactions typically have longer payment terms compared to B2C transactions. In B2B, it is common for buyers to be given an extended period, such as like 30 days or 60 days, to make the payment after receiving the goods and services, compared to B2C transactions that usually involves immediate transaction payment at the purchase time. Another Another difference is the order size and the frequency. B2B transactions often involve larger order sizes and higher transaction volumes compared to B2C. B2B buyers may purchase in bulks and place recruiting orders, where B2C transactions are usually smaller scale and maybe one-time purchase. Pricing and negotiations, another one that differs. B2B payment systems may involve negotiations on pricing and terms between buyer and seller. Discount, volume-based pricing, and customized pricing structures are common in B2B transactions. However, B2C transactions usually have fixed price set by the seller with limited negotiation options. Although us Turks loves negotiations no matter what. What else we have? Invoicing and purchase order is also a different in those platforms. B2B payment systems often include the use of purchase order and invoicing process. B2B buyers may issue purchase orders to specify the product and service that they require, and sellers generate invoice based on those purchase orders. However, in B2C, involves and purchase order are less common. We don't do that, right? So, and payments is typically made at the time of the purchase. Payment methods also differs between those two. B2C payment systems often involve around traditional payment methods such as credit cards, debit cards, cash, online payment gateways. However, B2B payment systems may include these methods as well as others like bank transfers, checks, EFT, electronic fund transfers for larger transactions. What else we have as a difference? We have payment reconciliations. These are B2B payment systems may require more extensive payment reconciliations processes compared to B2C. B2B businesses often deals with multiple invoices, customers, and suppliers, making it necessary to match payments with a specific invoice, tracking outstanding payments, and manage cash flow effectively. What else we have? We have credits and financing is another one. And in that often involves credit arrangements and financing options. Here, sellers may offer trade credits, allowing buyers to defer payments beyond the agreed upon terms. Financing options like installment payments or business lines of credit may also be available in B2B transactions. B2B transactions generally do not involve these credit arrangements. So these are some of the characteristics between the B2B and B2C transactions. Well, Ayşenur, have you heard of C2C? So what do you think C2C is?
I need to think. It must be consumer transactions. I think that it is a type of business model where consumers engage in direct transaction with each other, typically facilitated by online platforms or marketplaces.
Like sahibinden.com. Yes. In C2C transactions, customers act both sellers and buyers, usually facilitated through online platforms and marketplaces. Just like you said, C2C transactions involves individuals selling either products, services, or in exchange exchanging goods with other individuals. These transactions can range from selling used items, handmade crafts, tickets, offering services like tutoring, freelancing work, online platforms such as eBay, Craigslist in US, Sahibinden. These are C2C transaction platforms.
Hmm. I can tell also dolap garderobe. Do you know?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
I've tried once and I wasn't successful, but
Mm.
I know it.
The girls generally know it about.
Yeah, yeah. I couldn't
Yeah.
sell anything.
Can you give me some example of C2C transactions?
Certainly, certainly.
Mhm.
C2C transactions occurs when individuals sells products or services directly to other individuals, just like you said before, garderobe.
Yeah.
Um, if you decide to sell your used bicycle to someone, and then you can use some of those platforms like eBay, Sahibinden. What else we have? We have some other ones that I can't think of it. So those are the ones that we can use to sell our goods and services. My son is very good at it. Whatever he has that he doesn't use, he sells them in that platform.
It's so normal. And
Generation.
so instead of businesses being involved, it's individuals selling to other individuals.
Exactly. Individuals act as both the sellers and the buyers in C2C transactions. They can offer items they no longer need, or they are doing their own homemade products, or even services interested in purchasing them. We are
Mm,
doing one right now.
yeah, you're right. Mm, so how is C2C different from B2C or B2B?
The main difference lies in the parties involved. In B2C, businesses sell products and services directly to individuals. In B2B, businesses sells to other businesses. However, in C2C, it's individuals selling to other individuals. It's more like a peer-to-peer approach.
Hmm, that makes sense. Are there are are there any advantages to C2C transactions?
Absolutely. C2C transactions offer several advantages, actually. They provide individuals with a platform to generate income from items that they no longer need or to showcase their unique skills and creations. C2C platforms often provides a wide range, enabling sellers to connect with potential buyers from all over the world. Additionally, buyers can find unique or specialized items that may not be available through traditional retail channels.
I see. Um, well, are there any challenges or disadvantages of C2C transactions?
Like any business model, C2C transactions have their own set of challenges. One challenge is establishing trust between buyers and sellers, as both parties are usually unfamiliar um, with each other. You need to be careful. It's important to take precautious and follow safety guidelines when engaging in C2C transactions. Additionally, sellers may face competition from other individuals selling similar items, and there might be limited resource for buyers if a transaction doesn't go as expected.
Thank you for your explanation, C2C, to me and to my friends. It is interesting to know about different type of transactions.
Exactly. You are welcome. I'm glad I could help you understand B2B, B2C, and C2C. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask. Exploring different business models and transaction types is a great way to broaden your knowledge in the business world.
Oh, thank you very much again, again, again.
Thank you, Ayşenur. And I'm looking forward to my challenge for next week. I'm excited to hear your new words and let's see how we can talk about them next week.
Yes. Let's see. Soon, guys. Thank you very much again, Dr. Stop.
Thank you, Ayşenur. And thank you all for coming and listening our little conversation about logistic terms.
Thank you very much again. See you soon. See you all
Bye-bye.
next.
Bye-bye. Oh, here is my